Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm very excited because I get to be testing for the very first time the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation. I just received this in the mail yesterday, so I have been dying to try this out. It's been such a long wait, just waiting for this to come in the mail. Like, I bought it the day it came out and I am just, thank God it's finally here because I get to try it. Before we get started, I would like to address the fact that yes, upon the release of this very highly anticipated foundation, the number of shades that were released in the deeper tones were very disappointing to me. After the release of, say, Fenty Beauty and the amount of shades that they come out with, I guess I expected more from such a loved brand like Tarte. They have so many shades of the concealer. Why couldn't they do that with the foundation? I know they are bringing out more soon. However, it's 2018. I think they do need to be a bit more considerate of everybody, especially considering how much everyone was waiting for this foundation. It was so highly anticipated. Everyone was waiting for this foundation, and to think that only people of a lighter skin tone would be able to find their shade is very disappointing. So nonetheless, I am still excited to try out the formula of this foundation no matter what the shade. But you know, I probably didn't find my shade either. It's online. In Australia we can only access Tarte on their website, and you've got to spend a certain amount of money to get shipping and all that sort of stuff, because the Shape Tape is specific to Ulta, which we do not have here in Australia. So today will be my first impressions on the Hydrating foundation, and I got the shade Fair Light Neutral. So this is what the bottle looks like. It basically looks like a big version of the Shape Tape concealer. So if it's really as good as this concealer, I cannot wait. I love this concealer to death. I have the shade Fair. And I got the Hydrating foundation because I do have dry skin, so I was scared the matte foundation would just go all crumbly and flaky and disgusting on me like most matte foundations do. So I'm so excited to try this one out. Just like the concealer, it has the big doe foot applicator, just even bigger because it's the foundation. For this video, I'm going to be only priming half of my face, and I'm going to be using the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer, and I might also pop on some Professional just in where I need it, and then the other half of my face will be completely blank, just so we can compare how the foundation performs with a primer versus without a primer. So let's get into it. So now that I've primed my face with the Hourglass primer and the Professional, I am going to jump in with the foundation. I'm pretty scared that it's going to be a bit too dark for my neck, so I might have to drag it down a little bit. So hard to pick your shade online and you don't have the ability to swatch in store, so fingers crossed. Then again, I won't be the only one who wasn't able to get their shade, so very dark. Oh damn, this was a $54 foundation, so the fact that the shade's too dark is pretty worrying. So far, this foundation isn't as hydrating as it claims to be. I can still see the dryness in my skin. Fortunately, the colour was too dark for me, so I've had to drag it down my neck. I can still see texture, I can still see pores. The coverage is definitely not high coverage. I would say it would be light to medium coverage, but I might go in with a bit more of another layer and we'll see how it looks after that. So the foundation is drying down. It still does have a little bit of tackiness and it is transferable. Obviously it is a hydrating foundation and not the matte foundation. It is not creasing around my mouth at all, but I don't tend to crease there that much, but it is creasing on my forehead where I have giant wrinkles. So that is with most foundations and I'm not surprised, but I would have liked it to have been, you know, revolutionary. It really is clinging to texture, so I might have to do a full-on exfoliation rather than a light exfoliation and try the foundation again and see if your skin does make a difference, whether you do need to have perfect skin to wear this foundation. If you've got perfect skin, you don't need foundation, right? So the coverage isn't what I guess I would like it to have been. I know it is a hydrating foundation, so the coverage isn't going to be super full. However, yes, I can still see blemishes on my skin and I can still see veining and stuff like that. So I guess when it comes to putting on the rest of my makeup to see, you know, if concealer and powder and all those other sorts of things on my face would actually make a difference, I'm gonna go away and put on the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back.
1 hour later.
So it's a bit more than an hour later and I've just put on the rest of my makeup. It looks like a foundation to me. It's a bit more drying than I thought it would be. I thought it would actually be hydrating. It's, unless mine got the matte foundation inside of the hydrating bottle, I don't know, but it looks dry on my face. It doesn't look that hydrating. It just looks like a foundation and a light coverage foundation on my face. I have packed a ton of makeup on to try and amp up the coverage, but you know, you can still see blemishes and veins and stuff like that inside of my face. And you know, it's just looking like a foundation at this moment. I guess we'll see what happens over time. I'm hoping it'll look a bit more dewy and a bit more hydrating on my skin. If not, I'm going to try it again and see how I like it, but stay tuned for how it's going to look in a couple more hours.
2 hours later.
Hi guys, so it's been a couple of hours now and I've noticed the foundation has lasted really well so far. I am a bit disappointed because there is some creasing here around my mouth and I don't get that with other foundations, so I don't know why this particular foundation is doing it. I have creases in my forehead, which happens with every foundation, so I'm not surprised there. But yeah, it has gone well with the makeup that I've put on top of it. It is still not very hydrating. I don't know why it's not that hydrating. It claims to be hydrating, but why is it still like it's a matte foundation for me anyway? Like, you can still see my dry skin through it, but I'm not disappointed. I still think it's lasted pretty well and I'll have to watch that creasing in there because yeah, I don't get that with the foundation, so I don't know why it's happening with this one. But yeah, we'll see how we go. It's definitely lasting okay, but it's not living up to what the expectations for it were, considering how hyped up this foundation was and how expensive it was. It's definitely not living up to it in those respects. However, it's definitely not the worst foundation I've ever worn. I would happily wear this foundation again so far, so yeah, we'll see how we go, but I just want to update you about the creasing in there, so yeah. Also, it's become a little bit patchy on my neck as well, so, but then again, I didn't set it with anything, I just left it there, and the rest of my face has been set, so maybe this foundation does need setting, so.
2 hours later.
So at this point, the foundation has been on for about 5 hours, and it's still looking exactly the same. It's still kicking strong, so we'll see how we go, you know? Not much has changed, which I guess is a good thing because it must be longer wearing, but we'll see how we go towards the end of the night.
Later.
So the foundation has officially been on for 9.5 hours now, and I'm ready for bed, so I'm ready to take off my face. My final thoughts on this foundation, I do really like it. It's not hydrating though, so yeah. I feel like the primed side does look slightly better than the non-primed side. I wouldn't say by a hell of a lot, but yeah, it's definitely more of a satin finish that is not transfer proof either. Like you can see in my nose that it has come off and that there is creasing there, whereas on the prime side it's come off less and there isn't a crease there. I don't know if that's my face or if that's the foundation, but yeah, there's definite creases in the forehead from all of those wrinkles. I definitely need Botox, but yeah, I feel like it has survived. The side with Professional definitely looks a little bit better than the side without, but overall I'm pretty happy with how it has lasted. It still looks pretty good for how long it's been on my face. Yeah, overall I would say I really like this product. I'm definitely going to continue using it, so I will definitely try it out with different primers, with other products. I mean today, I was at home all day in a temperate climate. I wasn't out sweating, I wasn't in the nature, so I guess I'll have to continue trying it in like heat and stuff like that. But my first impression on this foundation is definitely a thumbs up. I really like it. So yeah, if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See you guys.